The woman discovered a giant spider web tens of meters across out in the wilderness, but she didn't tell the friends she was on the outing with. Instead, she quietly left the main camp and slipped into a rundown wooden shack. She scattered rosemary all around it. Her friends laughed at her and called her crazy when they saw this, but only she knew that doing this would save her life. It turned out that in her previous life, she and her friends had been attacked by a giant spider while on an outing. While fleeing, she accidentally stepped on a leg hole trap. The giant spider was getting closer and closer. Her sister suggested they abandon her as dead weight. She had assumed her fiancé of many years wouldn't agree, but her fiancé pulled the wedding ring off her finger. Then he kicked her to the ground. He planned to use her to draw the spider's attention. That would give them more time to escape. Only then did the woman realize her fiancé and her sister had long been secretly seeing each other. Her sister was even pregnant with the fiancé's child. She grabbed her fiancé's leg and refused to let go. Seeing this, her sister forcefully pried her away. They cut off any hope she had of surviving. Just as the spider swallowed her, she suddenly woke up in terror in the car. At first she thought it had only been a nightmare. Unexpectedly, the car began leaking oil and wouldn't start. The radio then reported a sudden earthquake. It caused the Nanshan tunnel to collapse and become temporarily impassable. The scene matched exactly what she'd seen in her nightmare. As luck would have it, she also stepped on a severed hand. The woman realized it wasn't a dream, she had been reborn. At that time, her companions were planning to walk to a villa in the forest for a vacation. The woman hurried to stop them, pointing to the severed hand on the ground. She said it was what would be left after being eaten by a man-eating spider. A bald man stepped forward, stomped on it twice, and laughed. He said it was just a toy hand, so no one believed the girl's warning. Soon after, the villa manager arrived to pick everyone up. The woman warned her that there were giant spiders in the forest. The manager didn't believe her either. She soothed the woman while leading them toward the villa. Little did they know the giant spider web was just 10 meters from them. After arriving at the villa, the manager told the woman that it's normal to have spiders in the forest. She assured them the villa was pest-proof and spiders couldn't get in. Suddenly, an electric car parked not far away began to emit smoke. The woman remembered her previous life. In her last life, when the manager went to check the car, she was burned in the eyes. She quickly grabbed the manager. She warned that the car was about to catch fire and it was very dangerous. The manager said it was her brother's newly purchased car. At that moment, the brother heard the commotion and came to check. He also didn't believe a newly bought car would catch fire. Then, in the next second, the car exploded. Only then did they realize the woman had been telling the truth. The woman told them that at midnight the man-eating spider would attack the camp and eat everyone. They had to prepare in advance. The brother and sister believed the woman after hearing this. The woman then gathered many bundles of rosemary to prepare. At that time, everyone was choosing rooms. Because there were too many people for the villa, someone had to stay in the rundown shack. When everyone tried to shirk the responsibility and nobody wanted to go, the woman volunteered to stay in the shack. She knew the shack had an underground shelter. Only by hiding in the shelter could they survive. The others, unaware of the truth, all laughed at her and called her crazy. They mocked her for choosing the rundown shack instead of the luxurious villa. After arriving at the shack, to be safe, the woman began reinforcing the doors and windows.